How many tattoos, Kim?
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody has tattoos right now.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how you know somebody's rich, is if they have a full sleeve. Ooh, that's money.
Well, okay. I guess that's one way to do it. Or you just know somebody who's an apprentice. There's ways around it. But yeah, You're right. Money will show more tattoos. There's an interesting theory that Bill Gates is throwing out there about the evolution of tattoos. He says that tattoos will replace cell phones someday.
What?
Now, I know the internet's divided on Bill Gates. You know what I mean? Some people, believe that he is a philanthropist and is trying to, push the world forward. And other people think he's like the Illuminati, trying to control us all. But he's been pretty good when it comes to seeing what the future will bring. I mean, the dude, essentially was there at the beginning of the internet and became one of the world's richest men. He says that smartphones may soon become obsolete, and he envisions a future where electronic tattoos with tiny subdermal sensors will serve as our main means of communication, health monitoring, like think Apple Watches, and digital interaction.
I hope not. I do not want that stuff. I love my tattoos, and I love that they're not functional. It's art.
Okay.
It's not functional.
Yeah, but what if it was art that was able to keep track of your blood sugar level?
That's just scary, because then they can put anything in you.
Well, that is, I'm sure a big pushback. And of course, if Bill Gates is going to be the spokesperson of this new technology, there's a lot of people are going to be like, don't do it. But there are other leaders in tech that agree. Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, I know these are polarizing figures as well, but they have echoed similar views. But Apple CEO Tim Cook disagrees. But I think he's really disagreeing because he wants people to buy the products.
I mean, people are already buying the products.
Well, yeah, you're buying the cell phone, you're buying the watch, all from Apple, right? And so that's his bottom line. So, of course, he's going to be like, well, don't get those subdermal tattoos because there's no Apple subdermal tattoo service out there yet.
We're headed towards a Justin Timberlake movie where there's a counter that tells me how long I'm going to live.
Yes.
Right underneath my skin. We're on our path right now. I do not want to be on that path. How do we change?
You don't want to know?
No, I don't want to be on that path.
And then you could sell things or buy things, buy more time, be like, oh, look at me, get another year.
This is not a fun recession trend, all right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, we're over that.
All right, that's fair. Well, what say you? Would you get a subdermal sensor tattoo if it meant that you could have a smartphone basically tattooed on your arm and look at like that? Or is that just another way that the Illuminati, which I talked about earlier, is trying to control us? 600 KFMA, let me know. All right, we got your Florida Man story of the day coming up right after this. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. It's Beefy presents. Hey, Mari.
Yeah.
I want to play a game. Yeah, let's get that microphone in front of your face. All right, let's meet our contestant. On line one, we have Patrick with 600 KFMA, 605-362. I went through 16 and 19, had a bunch of people call, and then people gave up on calling. So right now, I only have Patrick on line one. Good morning, Patrick.
Howdy.
All right, now we're going to see who your contestant's going to be, your competition, if you will, because we're going to play a round of the last word. Sword loser rules apply. So 600 KFMA, 605-362. As you know, last word is our verbal hot potato game. I'm going to give you a category. You're going to give an answer. Next caller is going to give an answer back. You guys are going to go back and forth giving acceptable answers for said category. Whoever gets the last acceptable answer in before 30 seconds runs out wins the round. Best 2 out of 3 will win the game. And of course, sword loser rules will apply, meaning the loser decides the winner's fate. Let's see who you're playing against, Patrick. Rocco 2.1, what's your name?
My name's Jesse, the lasagna guy here in Tucson.
He's Jesse, the lasagna guy.
I love lasagna.
So Patrick, you got to go against Jesse, the lasagna guy. Are you both ready?
Yes.
All right, Jesse, we're playing the last word. 30 seconds on the clock. We'll begin when I finish asking this question, starting off with Patrick on line one. Here we go. All right. So, Patrick, name a reason you might end a phone call suddenly. Go.
Spam.
Spam. Okay. Jesse.
Had to poop.
Poop. Yep. Patrick.
I don't like who I'm talking to.
Okay. Yes. Jesse.
Can't kids are calling for me.
Okay, Patrick.
Credit card call.
All right, Jesse.
Dinner time.
Okay, Patrick.
I got to go to work.
Okay, Jesse.
Calling out sick.
Oh, yeah, that, yeah, it was bad timing on that part. So ran out of time on that. So Patrick gets the first round. Jesse, you're going to start off round number 2. All right.
Okay.
In the spirit of last word and kind of continuing with this theme, 30 seconds on the clock. We'll begin when I finish asking this question. Jesse, the lasagna guy, name a reason someone might cancel a date last minute. Go.
Sick.
Sick. Okay. Yes. Patrick.
Wife found out.
Okay. Yes. Jesse.
Work.
Work. Okay. Patrick.
I got too drunk.
Too drunk. Yes. Jesse. Patrick is a gem.
Traffic jam.
All right. Patrick.
Crashed my car.
Oh, yes. Jesse.
Broke my leg.
Mari, you're the judge here.
I don't know. I
He
think
said again. That did him in. So did he get it in time?
I think so.
You think he got it in time? So give the round to Jesse.
Yeah. Now we have like a last round.
All right.
Third round.
Okay. Mari wants a third round, guys. So we're going to a third round. Excellent answers both all the way through. All right. So we're all tied up. Patrick, you're going to start off our tiebreaker round. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Name something people lie about on a dating profile. Go.
Their age.
Their age. Yes. Jesse.
Having kids.
Yes. Patrick.
Their weight.
Yes. Jesse.
Having a wife.
Okay. Patrick.
Their gender.
Yes. just hold on a second. I gotta
Their
pause this.
ethnicity.
Hold on. I'm just the way that Patrick said it too, with so much like disdain and anger, like he's been there. You know what I mean? Like gender. All right. I'm sorry. Continuing with Jesse. Name something people lie about on a dating profile. Go.
Their ethnicity.
Okay.
Their ethnicity.
All right, Patrick.
Their education.
Okay. Yes, Jesse.
Their religion.
Okay, Patrick.
Their income.
Okay. Yes, Jesse.
How many kids they have.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh no, that was already said. Just give me another answer.
Food they like.
Okay, Patrick. Ooh.
Type of car they drive.
All right. What do you say, Mari?
Yeah.
What's she having?
How they drive.
Oh yeah. So you're agreeing with Jesse, and he got that last
Oh
answer?
no, that's what Patrick just said.
Oh, okay. So did Patrick get it in time, or is it Jesse? This is the moment of truth here, and then we go to the sore loser. So who do you think won the last word, Mari?
I kind of want to give it to Patrick.
You want to give it to Patrick? Okay. Yeah. You know what? I think Patrick had good answers and got a bunch in. I had to pause the clock based off one of his answers as well. So we had an extended third round. All right. With a score of 2-1, looks like our winner is Patrick. With that said, though, sore loser rules may be implemented. So, Jesse, the lasagna guy, he came in last minute. He came, had a couple very close rounds, but the timed you out of the round. So I don't know if you feel like you got robbed in this situation. The question I'm going to ask you, though, is should Patrick receive these tickets for falling in reverse, or should I implement the sore loser rules and hang up on both of you and give them out to caller number 69?
You know, he deserves the ticket.
Oh, you're so sweet, lasagna guy.
Jesse the lasagna. We're live on the podcast broadcast Rock 102.1 KFMA. We are not alone. Mari and I are hanging out with Johnny Arson and Nathan from Hidden Hand. We're going to be talking about their new album release and what they have coming up as far as shows at the Hip Hop Awards and touring with Like a Villain, who was supposed to have Chuck in on Tuesday and canceled out last minute. And I'm like, come on, Chuck. Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm just calling out Chuck right now. So with that said, though, we are hanging out with them all podcast broadcast, and coming up on the show, we'll break down the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle controversy, see what side of the fence Amari's on. Hey, you got good genes. Anyone tell you got good genes? You can't say that? Okay. But then right after we play some new music for Nothing More featuring Chris Daughtry, we'll play a little game to get to know the boys. It's AI or A-hole. I'll explain the game right after this. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA and youtube.com/BFegan, the podcast broadcast. Clear. All right. So that was our tease. Okay. And I couldn't help but shout out Chuck, because I'm like, Chuck, dude, when we plan podcasts and stuff, I write it down and everything. And, I outline it. And, that's why I was confused of who you were at first, because, I was thinking like a villain. And, of course, your shows was like a villain. Are you going on a little tour with like a villain?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I assumed you were with the other band that played with like a villain that night, which was
Loa Loa?
Yeah, Loa Loa. Right.
Oh, you thought I was?
Yeah, and I'm juggling so many things right now, right? So that's my fault. But yeah, so I thought it was Loa Loa again, and yeah. Even though in my text thread you got Johnny Arson, lobster and pasta, or pasta and lobster.
It's lobsters and pasta.
Lobsters and pasta, which I have to give a shout out to DJ Looney, who has the first question for you, Johnny Arson. And you know what that question is going to be, right? So here, let me read it directly, verbatim, so you know it's not me being an a-hole. And you've known Looney for a while. Yeah. I got this text message at like 10:25 last night, so I was sleeping. I woke up to this and said, I need you to ask Johnny Arson why he hates his song Lobsters and Pasta, even though it's Looney's favorite and the fans' favorite, which actually, is one of the reasons why we ran up to you at the Brick Box. Because that song, it's a classic of yours. It's one of your like oldest in your catalog, right?
It's one of them for sure.
Yeah. And it's a song that you've done like 1,000 times, to say the least, right?
Too many.
Right. But it's a song that honestly like still hits, and whenever you play it in front of new people, they vibe to it like instantly, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of crowd interaction.
Yes, right? And I get it, dude, because this is the artist curse all the time. And you get it with, artists on all levels, all the way up to the top. There's people who just won't play their hit during the encores and stuff, and leave the fans kind of like annoyed and disappointed, because fans are just, there's something. They want to hear what they're familiar with. They want to hear the hits.
This is the thing, though. He hates that song so much there's not even a show version of it. Like, they just have to play the actual track, and then they always spring it on him.
Yeah, oh shit, dude.
Yeah, so I'm singing over the actual track, and I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, I do for aesthetic. If it's like for stuff we do for Hidden Hand, we have certain backing vocals. They're there for a reason.
Right.
But the biggest problem I have with that song is it's like the context that people listen to it and take it completely another route. Like, everybody thinks it's this huge party song.
Yeah.
And it's not. Lyrically, it's about murdering MCs and going to court for it.
Yeah.
And that's like what it's about. And everybody's just like, yeah, but now we just want the hey, hey, heys.
Yeah.
And the ha ha ha's.
The hey and ha 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 is super catchy and fun. I mean, and then you get people singing along. By the time it gets to the second hook, it's like you've already known that song. You've heard it a million times. And so I get it, because I always, I've said this with artists before too. And as a writer, like usually you'll put out an album. And you'll have a favorite song of yours on the album based off of one of two things. One, the personal meaning for you of that song, or two, what the complexity is, whether it's the rhyme schemes or the production, and like how much you believe it's original as compared to everything else that's out there. So as the artist, you're going to covet that and say, this is my favorite. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents, talking about the difference between an artist's favorite song and a fan's favorite song. So like I was saying, like the artist's favorite song is usually one of two things: their favorite baby, their favorite child, if you will. Usually has the personal connection, what story's about and what it meant to you, whether it's something that's near and dear to your heart, or two is usually the complexity of it, of how much it makes you kind of showcase your artistic and musician ability.
Like the structure.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever it is, whether you're a guitarist and you're like, no, I mean, this arrangement is, something that you've never heard before, or, you're a lyricist and you're like, this rhyme scheme and this cadence is something that I, will, showcase and flex over all other MCs, right? And that's why it's your personal favorite, based off of those values. But to the audience and the fan, the songs that they usually will love are the songs that you load the most, being like, I could literally crap this out in 2 minutes, right? This was a drunken freestyle that I recorded on my iPhone that somehow was just like a burner track.
Like I wrote this on the toilet.
Yes. And how many times have you heard stories in interviews where artists are like, hey, I have my album ready. I submitted it to the label and they're like, this is great, but I don't have a single. And then in kind of like a rebellious way, they go back in the studio, they crap out a song that they don't care about, and it ends up being the biggest song on the record. It happens so many times.
That's like Warrant's Cherry Pie.
Yes.
That happened with them. They hated it so much they quit making music because of that song.
Wild.
Right.
Even Bad Omens.
Bad Omens did it, right? Eminem's done it, with all his little lead singles and stuff. It happens so often. There's one that's escaping right now from a band that's one of my favorite songs of theirs as well. That was it's like Alt J. Alt J did that with Left Hand Free.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's
dude.
a good song.
Yeah, and they specifically said, the label said to Alt J, we want something that's kind of like Black Keys. Give me a hit radio song like that. So they went in snarky. They went in just to say big F you, be like, we're just gonna blatantly rip off the Black Keys. And then they recorded Left Hand Free within like an hour. Wow. And that was their biggest radio hit.
Huge.
So it's crazy because Breeze Blocks is amazing. I actually have a cover of Breeze Blocks.
Yeah, I love that first album all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, we were talking about Lobsters and Pasta, which is Johnny Arson's song that that people love and he loathes. And it's only because they don't get the context. But I'm telling you, man, let it go. Let the hits be the hits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I want to do it as an intervention. This is an intervention with Johnny Arson and Nathan.
Surprise.
Yeah. We'll talk new music in a little bit. We'll bang some classics. And as we get to know these guys, I put together a fun little game. So, Mari, I want to play this game. All right. So here we go. This is AI or A-hole. Now, you said when you put together your album right here, how many tracks you got on this? 13. And you got the album cover right here. You just gave me a physical. Oh, what is the picture you got me? Oh, this was an actual picture. So this,
we built that.
Yeah, that's not
from scratch.
That's all practical.
AI.
Exactly. So no AI. What they did is they built like one of those minis, things like Beetlejuice and up in the attic. They built that. They took photos of that. And that is the cover of this album. So, in 2025 and beyond, people are going to value authenticity for sure. And something that was so throwback. But that's something that you're like, you put the extra effort in. You didn't just bang this out by using MIDI, which is appreciated. All right. But can you tell the difference between AI and A-holes? So with that, there's AI slop all over the place, whether you see it through visuals or, just through context and where you're messaging someone or you receive an email. Okay. So the difference here that you guys have to spot out is I'm going to read you a quote. Okay. And you have to try to guess whether it's an AI quote or a quote from a quote unquote, social media influencer, right? Which have very little I in their A. Okay. So, all right. So, and these are things that are actually posted if it's A-hole. Okay. So we'll go in first round. Here's your quote: AI or A-hole. If you cry in the shower, it doesn't count as sadness. It counts as multitasking. Do you think that's something AI would write or something an A-hole would write?
That
Johnny
sounds like,
or Nathan? Go ahead.
That sounds like AI to me. Sorry, I didn't know we were
No,
doing a turn-based game.
No, yeah, good. So Nathan
it sounds
says
like something I would say.
It does, but also AI.
Okay, so Nathan, you're gonna say AI, and then Johnny, you're gonna say A-hole.
Oh yeah.
Okay. The correct answer, A-hole. Yes, this is a real quote from Twitter. The follow-up on this was also known as the productivity sad girl aesthetic. So it was a sad girl tweet. All right, so a point for Nathan here. All right, AI a-hole. Here's our next quote. Love is like Wi-Fi. If you can't feel it, you're probably standing in the wrong room. AI or a-hole?
That's AI.
Yeah, Johnny Arson says AI. What do you say, Nathan?
That sounds like something that somebody would say who is in the music scene. So I'm going to say a-hole.
Okay. Johnny Arson gets the point on that one because you can't feel the Wi-Fi, but ChatGPT can, right?
Hey.
Yeah. All right. Next round, an AI a-hole. Here's your quote. Don't let anyone tell you you're not a snack. Be the whole charcuterie board and let them choke on your vibe. AI or a-hole?
A-hole for sure.
A-hole for sure. And Nathan, what do you say?
I'm going to go a-hole.
Yeah, you're both getting the point for that one. That's 100% a-hole. Real Instagram caption from a self-described vibe coach. All right, here's our next one. AI or a-hole. My emotional support animal is a Google Doc where I write arguments I'll never send. AI or a-hole?
What do you think, man?
That's a-hole.
I'm going to say that's a-hole. All right, Johnny Arson says a-hole.
I say this because Nate told me, he's like, we were talking about therapy the other day, and he's like, why don't you just use Chat GPT, bro? I said, I'm not telling my feelings out to a robotic entity. You get out.
Yeah, and it's very good that you don't. In fact, actually, there's just a piece that I came across. I'll talk about here on the podcast broadcast about the downfalls of using like AI as your therapist, which a lot of people are doing now. And a lot of people are even just seeking out AI just for companionship in general. Right. But every time that, I end up like releasing my love onto my phone, my AI does not appreciate it the way a real woman would. Anyways, let's do one last quote here. AI or a-hole. I only drink iced coffee because hot beverages don't match my cold soul. AI or a-hole?
That's a-hole energy.
A-hole energy for sure. Okay, Johnny?
Yeah. I'll go with a-hole energy.
Right. And that is a-hole energy for sure. It was a direct quote from a viral TikTok creator with 3.2 million followers. Wow. So you drop gems like that and you'll go viral. She now sells a cold brew brand called Bitterness. It's just espresso with unresolved trauma. You can follow her on TikTok. We're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast there. We will begrudgingly play pastas and lobster or lobsters and pasta. Until you love the song, I won't say the title correctly.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we're hanging out with Hidden Hand here on the podcast broadcast. Join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. Clear. All right. So I know. You're like, what do I say here? I want to pull that up too. Now, is Lobster and Pasta on Spotify? Because I said send me some tracks, and I noticed it's not one of the tracks you sent.
No, and it's because you needed it edited. So I actually went through those tracks yesterday and edited them.
Oh, good. You gave me a radio edit? Oh, good.
Did,
well, then, I'll play some on the air.
The video's not edited that I sent you.
Okay.
But then Lobsters and Pasta is not edited. And Lobsters and Pasta is also on Johnny Arson. It's not on.
Yeah, it's not Hidden Hand.
Yeah. Well, I just want to play a little bit of it just so up into the hook so people on the stream get an idea of the song that we're talking about because, it is one of those songs that people react to and then you kind of close with. And then you have a little spiel that you say before it, like, I hate this song. I don't want to play this song. Pretty much like, fuck you guys for making me do this. And then boom, everyone loves the song. And I'm like, yeah, it's a hit, dude.
It's that like pirate drinking ballad type.
Yes.
Energy.
Yeah.
Sea shanty.
Yes, it is
a little
exactly. Sea shanty-ish.
100%.
Dude, for sure. So you go to Johnny Arson's Instagram page and, you'll find this and you look up Lobsters and Pasta and we're just going to play a little bit of it here as I share the screen so you could hear it properly. All right, here we go.
That AI generated art.
It was that your AI generated? This is before AI was cool. You had this, huh?
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah. Listen how fun this song is, dude. Johnny hates it so much.
Can't stand it.
Arr.
You can I fuck with the one they call Coma the legend? I'm sick and my brain is a session for killing these cats. Here is your lesson, you test me and you can get laid at
You
the
sound
rest of
10
what
years
was they
old.
thinking when they started speaking? They should have stayed quiet, and now that it's ceasing, they ain't even breathing. I should have got
You sound
leaving.
like
I'm going
10
to
years
jump
old.
for no fucking reason. Talk to the crew, cause I've been here before, so the fence of my lyrics is my own sword. Pay up the jury, my tongue is a sword. Split this a razor, but say nothing more. Murder and idol was my as a bay. After the pride, you give it away. Fuck with me, son, and you're gonna get ate. Like lobsters and boxes, I put on my plate. Cook 'em up, eat 'em up, let 'em boil in the cup season, I'm leaving them dead. Hey! Lobsters and boxes,
Hey!
I have a dinner, these MCs are rubbing them dead.
Hey!
Give me my stomach, cause out of a fool, I'm eating until I'm dead.
Hey!
I'm throwing the shark in inside of a pan and making them nanny boss dead.
Hey!
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 Yeah, I think I haven't heard it. I'm already seeing it
I
on
ain't talking about food, I'm just talking about rap. Way that I spit it so sick and that's sad. If you're gonna say something, be careful with slap. I ain't gonna play when I'm ready to cook. Look at my book and no life from get your fettuccine spaghetti meatballs when I'm ready. My lyrics and don't want the fucking forgetting. There's something I miss. Ah, that's it. Sprinkle the shit, make a good hit.
Yeah, it's just too fun, Johnny. So I get why your fans and your friends demand it, and I understand again because they didn't get the context. You're just like but
Is it
never
the
deny.
lyrics that bug you? Like the lyric, like you're trying to move
No,
away
the
from
lyrics are great. It's just like, it's not a party song, but
Ah.
it's
They don't understand.
It's
It's
a
like you're
party
doing
song
this
if you
song
listen to
wrong,
it.
and be like,
Yeah.
no, man, you can't dictate how people react to music. That's not how that works.
my art.
Yeah. And that's I say that in the kindest way. It's like, hey, the fact that they're feeling it in general, like, all right, you could have been talking about your dead dog or grandmother and shit, and they're just if they want to pour some out and drink and grind to that, then let them do it, dude.
right.
In fact, actually, next time I'll see if I can't put together a list of songs that are like very morbid, but people dance to, like party songs, because there's got to be some. In fact,
Oh yeah.
yeah, once I'll
There's a whole album by The Faint called Dance Macabre.
Oh, I love the faint.
yeah, right.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. So all the darkest, and I love that like beautiful contradiction as well. It's in my name, and but yeah, there's so many times that the message of the song might go over people's head, but the group captures them and they sing along, and yeah, let them do it, dude. How long did it take you guys to put together this album? How long were you guys working on it?
Like for everything.
Yeah, for the whole album. Well, yeah, I mean, for the recording process first. I mean, you guys, were working out songs, and then Nate, did you perform with another act at Brickbox that night too, or just did you perform at Brickbox that night?
Yeah, he's part of Mythic Underground.
I'm part of Hidden Hand, Mythic Underground, and all that.
Yeah.
So I performed all throughout that set. I was jumping in. I'm also a solo artist.
Mm-hmm.
So
and you spit fire like fast and everything, right?
I
You were
do.
fast, right? Yeah.
I
Okay.
do. In fact,
Yeah,
my
you were very
equivalent-
impressive that night.
Thank you. I appreciate that. My
Yeah.
equivalent for Lobsters and Pasta would probably be a song called Rap Guy.
Okay, Rap Guy.
Yeah.
Great song.
Nice. Is that on this record too?
It is
Yeah.
not. No.
Okay.
That's a solo.
That's your solo side.
Solo
Okay,
stuff,
yeah, we'll
yeah.
check some of that out. So then you guys come in. It's kind of like a local supergroup of sorts, right? It's a collaborative effort.
Yeah, I mean, so when we do our solo stuff, it's more personal.
Mhm.
Still on the darker side of things, but it's like a lot more emotional.
Right.
When we do Hidden Hand, it's actually Hidden Hand is basically an 80s horror flick
It's like
inspired by other directors and stuff that
Yeah.
we were like, well, let's interpret this into music.
Nice.
And we'll
It's
put it
very
on.
high concept.
Like that's the first of a 3-part series.
Okay.
So there's going to be 3 albums and it goes from front to back as a whole entire story.
Wow.
Like this one is actually it's murder mysteries is kind of like
Unsolved Mysteries.
exactly.
Okay.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
So
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you hear it, and then there's stories about 2 losers from Tucson that just take a road trip and end up in 1986 somehow.
In
You
a
have
town that time forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of slasher and horror vibes
Influence.
in it because it's
I love this. When you're getting through this song, do you like outline essentially like the narrative? Like this is where we want to go with this song. Like, so we're going to be, 2 losers going to 1986 and then write it from there. And as you kind of like piece together this story from beginning to end, do you kind of have like where you want the story to go and then write around it?
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
basically have an
Nice.
entire story. Like pretty much if we were to write it on a book, we could drop the book.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
But now we're just going through the book and we're piecing out how we're going to put it on the albums.
Yeah,
for
we're
public
We're
listening
getting
and
from
stuff
point
like
A to
that. So-
point B now.
Okay, nice. What would be the best way to? Because I mean, I'm looking at kind of like the horrorcore aspect of it. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back. Beef Vegan Presents, hanging out with Johnny Arson and Nathan from Hidden Hand, who have a brand new project that they're just releasing, the first of possibly 3 albums is what you're looking at. Yeah. So, and this is chapter 1, basically. What do you call this album?
86.
86. Okay.
Called 86.
Nice. And so it's a narrative project in a way where, you got this high concept of like an homage to the horror film genre, and you telling tales that essentially are kind of scary stories in the horror form of your guys' personal experience or something like that.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're layered. They're very layered. So some of them will at face value be about, I don't know, like the final girl in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
But underneath that, there's layers of like, surviving domestic abuse, stuff like that.
Right. Would you describe this as horrorcore then, if you were going to put a genre on it, or no?
That's possibly. I mean, that's probably going to be the closest realm that it's in.
Horrorcore adjacent.
Yeah, it's horrorcore adjacent.
Okay. Yeah, and then you guys perform with these masks on?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, can you hear yourself? Like,
well, we have them on the side.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So
and
these
are like reflections of ourselves, because the Hidden Hand is always watching. And
yeah.
In the album, you'll hear that we get taken over by the Hidden Hand, and it's this big space cult type thing. It's
cosmic horror.
Which track on this record?
4, I believe.
4, right? I mean, you already got horror vibes. You got Michael Myers vibes here with the minor keys, very spooky, kind of laid in there. So is the entire album kind of dark and ominous like this?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're saying, yeah. If you were to put this album in sync over a classic horror film with the film being on mute, which film would fit best with this record?
Oh man.
Halloween would be a good one.
Halloween would be a good one. The first season of Stranger Things would probably work.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I mean, that's a lot. You loop the record though for about 17 hours. I mean, that's long. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think Dark City would be another good one.
Oh, Dark City.
Any Lucio Fulci film, The Beyond, I think would be crazy.
Sorry, are you a massive horror film fan in general? Like, you guys, you both kind of vibe and connect on that level.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. It's our studio is basically.
Yeah.
So I have a bunch of oddities and weird things in there, and it's a total horror vibe.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you know what? This project too is not just the music part, right? Because I can see this full blown concept. I mean, even just from the actual album cover, I imagine this entire album to you is very visual in the way that you want to present it.
Absolutely.
So what are you doing to kind of go up and beyond for your music videos, and how much has that been a challenge to try to capture that visually and to release that?
Actually, it's not even a challenge. When we write the songs, we kind of have a video concept in mind.
Okay.
And long before we even have a video concept, we already know what we want in the video.
Everything's going to be a narrative when we do a video.
Right.
It's going to be like a video and then a narrative.
Right. Are people going to die in every music video?
No.
Actually,
it's
this first one, you would think, I don't want to ruin the video, because the video for Masquerade drops.
Yeah, it drops today.
And
at what time? Right now?
2 p.m. on
2 p.m.
I don't know if you watched it, but I'm not going to say what happens to the person at the end of that video, but
no spoilers.
Check it out. It's neat. If you want to see what it's going to be like, it's psychological horror. For sure.
Nice. Yeah. I love this too. And I love the creative writing aspect of this, when you guys go in and saying, okay, here's what I have idea for a project. Both of you are individual solo artists as well. And to be able to collaborate while pushing forward a narrative and storytell together, and have a story be like in sync, tell the same story, but from two different lenses, very ambitious, and you guys have been doing this for a while now. I mean, Johnny, you've been in the game for how long now?
Yeah, how long?
Don't let the beard date you,
Yeah, right. I'm probably about 25 years. That depends. Like, I was doing metal long before I was doing hip hop. I was just freestyling it and stuff, but actively, I don't know. I've probably been doing hip hop for about 25 years.
Okay, yeah. All right, and then you guys are going to be going on tour with Like a Villain. How many shows do you got with Like a Villain?
We're only doing two stops in August. August 15th, we're going to be at the Juggernaut in Gallup, New Mexico, and then on the 16th, we're going to be at Little Toad Creek Brewery in Silver City with Like a Villain.
You like Silver City?
It's cute.
I love Silver City. I love Gallup.
I've never
too.
been.
Yeah.
But then he hit me up last night and wants us to go back out with them in Texas in October. And I don't know if I'm gonna say too much, but I got to negotiate this with the team before we decide what we want to do.
Right.
But we may have a possible tour coming up then. But we have a lot of shows. We have a lot of shows coming up. August 30th, we're doing Jive and Scientists. And
then you're going to be performing at the Hip Hop Awards at the Rialto Theater too.
We are going to be September 27th at the Hip Hop Awards as well, performing. And we're also nominated as Hip Hop Group of the Year.
Group of the Year.
Oh,
For the
yeah.
second
And
year in a
Label
row.
of the Year.
That's right. We're nominated too. Hopefully we get, get some votes on best podcast. We could all win awards that night. We have more with Hidden Hand coming up here on the podcast broadcast. You can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. Coming up right after Rage Against the Machine, we're going to break down this Sydney Sweeney thing. Have you guys heard about this controversy with Sydney Sweeney? And rated. So we're going to see what the whole deal is right after, again, Guerrilla Radio from Rage Against the Machine and Rock 102.1 KFMA. But join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. It's the podcast broadcast. All right, there you go. Let's see.
You started with metal before hip hop?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be at a bunch of different metal bands. I played Murder Victim for a little bit, From the Gallows, Under the Glass. Actually, you guys know Kevin from Held Out?
Yes, I do. Real quick, let me just address the streamers. Yeah, so the audio, I guess, fucked up on the stream because I was playing the MP3 while we were on the air. So the audio on the FM side sounded good while I was playing Hidden Hands Final Girl, but yeah, that was my bad for doing that. I have a potato for a computer. So if I multitask a little too much, it's just like game over. Continue, Johnny. Sorry.
But yeah, Kevin from Held Out. Actually, he has another group called the Diversion Program. And I was the original bassist in that band.
Okay, there you go.
It goes to show how far that was, like 30 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Kevin's still doing Diversion Programming. He comes on, and it's the most complicated thing with Kevin coming on the show is trying to figure out which band he's promoting at the time. Like, who are we talking about now? Held Out, the Diversion Program, and I think he might even have a couple others. Who knows?
But
that's good. And is this show for the album release? When is this?
So we're not going to do an album release. I tried to get a venue. Things just didn't work out, and we have a lot of shows coming up anyway. I was like, why stress it with another show?
Right.
So instead, what we're going to do is on September 12th, we're playing at Brickbox, and we are going to do the album. We're going to perform it front to back live.
September 12th.
September 12th.
I love Brickbox too.
Brickbox is
amazing
dope, man.
Amazing people.
Amazing.
We had
Jim, the owner.
Runsky in right after that Brickbox show that we saw you at after my vacation, just because of the way that he's doing it is so artist friendly, right? I mean, and unlike anywhere else that I've seen, anywhere in this state and then with their sound system that they got from the Rialto Theater, it's a player now. And then with your guys' kind of set, it's perfect because you're gonna be bumping, you know what I mean? You can feel
absolutely.
the bass. They got really good subs there, and it's great for what that room is. And then if you got like 50 or 200 people, it still feels packed. You know what I mean? Even like 25 people in front of that stage still feels like a vibe. So it's great for the artist as well. All right, let's see. Look, I got your picture here. Now, again, horrorcore vibes for sure. Now, this looks like a whole syndicate. It looks like white murdering Wu-Tang.
A little Hollywood Undead action in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Reminiscent.
Yeah, a little bit of Hollywood Undead for sure. Hold on, somebody's calling right now. Let's see what we got. Rock 102.1, who's this?
Hey, this is Dustin.
What's up, Dustin? What can we do you for?
What does KFMA and Thai cuisine have in common?
You tell me, Dustin.
Too much chili peppers. I love everything else you do, but God, I've got an ulcer.
I got that.
That is funny.
Hear that.
What's ironic about that, Dustin, is I literally dropped the Chili Peppers song "Breaking the Girl" Rock 102.1 KFMA. So I have options of songs that I play every hour that's programmed for me. And I got Dustin on the phone who had a great riddle. What does KFMA and a Thai restaurant have in common? Too much chili peppers. I literally dropped the song this hour, Breaking the Girl from the Chili Peppers, and decided to play Rage instead. Yeah, no, trust me, it's a love-hate relationship with the Chili Peppers that the audience has, so I feel that pain. But I appreciate the riddle, and I'm going to use that again.
Right on, brother. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks for listening. All right, so we're back here live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, your home for the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And let's talk this Sydney Sweeney thing. All right, I had to break it down a little bit. If you don't know, there's an American Eagle campaign for the fall denim ad, which stars Sydney Sweeney. Of course, she is America's It Girl, and you could spell it with a T in front of it as well because she is fantastically hot and busty. All right, and this tagline is Sydney Sweeney has great genes. It's wordplay, right? Because genetics and wearing jeans. So with that though, the video that has gone viral has this quote: "Genes are passed down, traits like hair color. My genes are blue." Now, critics say pairing this with her blonde hair and blue eyes invokes radicalized messaging tied to ideal genetic traits, right? Almost like a dog whistle of sorts. So as much as people are like, yeah, she looks good in those blue jeans, at the same time, we're like, wait a second, we're all not of that complexion and aesthetics. Even though as I look around the room, I'm the only one without blue eyes here. Now I'm feeling kind of jealous of it. I mean, actually, I don't even care. I don't even like your blue eyes.
Okay.
Devils, you guys suck. Yeah. So, the backlash on social media, big time. The brand's business impact. Despite this criticism, they say there's no such thing as bad publicity. In fact, American Eagle stock rose 10% from this campaign. Yes. Weird. Yeah, including support for domestic violence awareness. They're actually pledging proceeds to crisis text lines via a special Sydney Jean design. So there's, they're trying to do that. Based off of what you've seen and what you've read, Mari, are you kind of aghast at this ad campaign, or
No, I don't buy American Eagle, right? So that was something that I think people bought when I was in high school. True. So I'm like, that's a brand still, I guess.
Right.
It's crazy to me.
Right. Yeah. And it is too, what's more racist, right? The commercial for American Eagle or just wearing American Eagle, what's more white, they're both kind of very similar in that thing. I don't know if I've seen any American Eagle apparel at hip hop shows.
Only in an ironic connotation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to see at those shows.
I know. That's a hypothetical, Johnny, but I appreciate it. Some ads were removed now because of this, and American Eagle subsequently posted images of more diverse models and adjusted the tone of their social media. Now, they have walked back attempting to sell jeans to plus-size women. Now it's back to size zeros, but zeros of all color. Yeah, so it's not racist anymore. It just was fattest.
I don't know. What's your opinion on Sydney Sweeney, though? Because I know she's been your celebrity crush. I mean, I don't see the interest. I don't see it.
I don't know how you don't see it. In fact, actually, if you look at Sydney Sweeney on Twitter, then you'll see a lot of her nudes and her parts that she did. I was on the Sydney Sweeney bandwagon from the very beginning.
No, I know. You're OG.
Yeah. I'm a hipster when it comes to that. There's a little too much of overexposure. But at the same time, I think a lot of this controversy really has to do not because of the symbolism in question, the politics to which are associated with Sydney Sweeney. Her mom was a very blatant, outspoken, supporter of the current administration. Therefore, they assume, and maybe rightfully so, that the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. And with that, with this brand, it's associated with MAGA culture, which only adds kerosene to the already burning fire. Yeah, there could be some symbolism there, but it could be just another ad where you get a sexy girl in tight-fitting clothes being like, hey, does this erection make you want to buy jeans? That's what it is.
I think she looks like an ugly Mia Goth.
So let me play devil's advocate.
Please do.
If they were going to go just the route that they would put some sexy girls in a commercial to sell jeans, wouldn't you think that it would be kind of like a montage of different complected people and kind of avoid that whole media circus?
Yes and no, because it's still a celebrity campaign, right? So, it's about getting someone who is quote unquote the it girl and someone that people recognize. But there are plenty of beautiful, hot celebrity girls. Just maybe right now, the stock value of Sydney Sweeney's name in the public culture, whether she's at Jeff Bezos' wedding, possibly banging Tom Brady, or, in a movie that we don't even care to see, really, let's be real. But the fact of her fame is like Paris Hilton eating a Whataburger cheeseburger, right? Or, so that's what it is. Now what they're doing to kind of walk it back is to try to get other, popular actresses and models to do the same thing.
Now that they've got eyes on them, right?
Right. But yeah, it would have been smarter and more inclusive if, they said, it's all in the jeans, and then had another girl, like say Beyonce was an example that they put, which is not a real ad if you see Beyonce in denim. Is like, yeah, my jeans are brown. Really talk about her eyes or whatever the case may be.
So I have a question. Is Sydney Sweeney, does she have, I don't know anything about this person. Does she have like a parent who is an actor or director or producer or something?
Is she a Nepo baby? No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured maybe if that was the case, that's probably what they're going off. Oh, her mother, she has great genes, passed down. But I guess if that's not the case, then.
Yeah, well, the historical context here, good genes has past associations with eugenics and Nazi-era propaganda, and that's where they messed up as well. But again, you got to, for marketing companies that, American Eagle hire, they got to know their history and know kind of what they're doing. And it doesn't help as far as who's coming to, defense of Sydney Sweeney. Public figures involved that are defending her include Ted Cruz, Piers Morgan, and so on and so forth. So
exactly who you want.
It's not racist. Ask my racist uncle. It's not racist.
Yeah, is it racist, Ted Cruz?
Yeah, exactly. So that's what's happening with the Sydney Sweeney controversy. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Be back with more right after this. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Clear. Yeah. I mean, it's like, oh, can you just shut the fuck up, Ted Cruz? I can handle this myself, right? So.
Just love that you have no knowledge on it. Like I have too much knowledge on all this like celebrity stuff.
Yeah, I focus on me and my surroundings like more. I try my best to stay off social media. It's hard though. I get on there and I like to wild out sometimes. But
do you think Sydney Sweeney has like Down syndrome eyes?
Yeah.
I think I don't think she is either.
I don't get the appeal.
She kind of has the look of Mia Goth, is why I said that, the way she dresses and the body shape.
But she's a busty.
As an actress,
I think
like
she's
wet
a busted
cardboard.
Mia Goth.
A busted.
She's wet cardboard though.
Mia Goth's my favorite. I don't.
Yeah, Mia Goth's cool.
I love Mia Goth.
She is small. Oh, but that's not the image I'm trying to show. This is the image in question. Sultry eyes.
Yeah, that's Photoshop though. That's not how her face looks in real life.
Oh yeah, that's what her face looks like in real life.
No.
Yeah, that's the face.
That's totally airbrush work.
Watch Euphoria.
Well, I watch Euphoria. In fact, actually, like there's images I'll show you guys that I won't show the stream. That you'll be like, I'll show you. There'll be your Euphoria because you just put in Sydney Sweeney, and then you guys scroll down about like 10 posts, and then you see stuff like this. I mean, I could show this one on the stream. That's a Sweeney butt.
Okay.
Not bad.
I'm not going to deny that.
Nice.
And I said, and trust me, the shelf life for this is only going to be a few years, right? It's like milk. But I said at a time that she had the best breasts in Hollywood.
You have.
Yes, I stand by it because they are the best breasts, and I'll show you. And you could argue it. First, I got to ask your consent. Can I show you Sydney Sweeney's breasts? I'm asking you guys consent.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, that's good.
I'll never meet her. My wife trusts me.
Yeah. It's just a picture. It's just a picture, right? Let's see. I'm scrolling down. I'll find it here.
Are they real or fake though? That's what I got.
They're real. They're real. I say it so confidently.
Trust me, they're real. I know like everybody who's real and who's not.
So basically, this is a picture of me sleuthing at Sydney Sweeney. This is basically
that's so
this is me
you.
on my off time.
That is you.
That is me. I know. I'm so Sydney Sweeney.
Hat and all.
I know. All right. Hold on. It's taking a little bit. Oh, damn it. That's why. Because I got this other account. I'm not fully signed into this one, so they're giving me the stupid parental version on my phone. This is where it goes. I probably have a screensaver.
He's like, I will pull this up.
Oh shit, it was right there.
Screensaver.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Sydney Sweeney, right there. Not bad. And then that's another one.
Okay.
These look like images she sent me, right? She didn't. That's another one. And
All
then
right, yeah, okay.
you check out Euphoria season 1.
It's clean.
Yeah, it's clean. So that's kind of why. And then she was, like we said, we reported on this gossip rag mag stuff, the Bezos wedding, the fact that she was even there, and a lot of people were there were just ridiculous. But the point was that she was there to do like a business deal, but she was the it girl and made Kim Kardashian depressed because all the attention that she was getting over Kim Kardashian, which I think is good. That's a win.
No.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's like, look, we all get old and not, bangable eventually, right? And then some of us never are young and bangable to begin with. Now, yeah, reports were that like all these like A-list guys were just like all about her and nonstop. And Orlando Bloom's trying to hit it. Tom Brady is just fully focused, and he was like dancing with her all night and sitting at the bar drinking with her. And there's a good chance that Tom Brady, who's kind of having this like summer or man whore through his divorce, and he's still, obviously still kind of hurting because he got his heart broken. So the way that he bounces back is he's just banging A-list girl after A-list girl, just racking up rings. So just another one. You're like, oh man, this guy's trying to be the GOAT manho. And I think there's good evidence that Sydney Sweeney and Tom Brady, or Tom Brady was the latest champion, or Sydney Sweeney is the latest championship that Tom Brady was able to bag. So
it's crazy work, man. I mean, look what happened to Diddy. Tom Brady better be careful.
I know.
Better play that straight and narrow.
Yeah. His Diddy's fetish, right? It was a wet fetish. You know what wet fetish is? This is why he had so much baby oil. Yeah, he hated seeing dry skin. So, he would constantly lather on the baby oil and have Cassie just completely slathered up from head to toe. And whenever, baby oil eventually kind of evaporates, like, stop, get some more on there. Wanted to see it shimmering and shining. That was his fetish. Yeah, and that's why.
Crazy, man.
Sloppy. Yeah. Yeah. All this stupid information, man. Don't ask me a math question. I won't answer that. But I'll go on for an entire hour on boobs and Diddy.
Boobs and baby oil.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, there was a survey saying which countries have the biggest breasts in the world.
Oh.
Which country do you believe has the biggest breasts in the world? You're looking down at your breast right now. Romania. That's a random, you just throw it out there. Yeah, you said that confidently too.
Did,
why
yes.
Romania?
Well, Slavic women have like the most perfect symmetry
Oh.
of all women in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured the breast might match the.
This is starting to sound like an American Eagle jeans.
Hey, I'm just look it up. Look it up.
What do you think, Nate?
I'm not sure, man. I would say America just because it's such a
Same.
melting pot.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
And you say
then
same.
It has to average out at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you both are correct. It's America, but it's not just because of the melting pot. It's because of our obesity rate. So,
so men are included too.
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, we have the largest boob cups in the world. C cup is on average.
There
UK
is no
follows that.
discrimination on that one.
Yeah. Romania did not make the top 10, unfortunately. But for symmetry, I'll look that up for another day. All right, we're gonna get on here in about 25 seconds. All right. Look it up, I say with confidence. Yeah. All right, here we go. 15 seconds. All right. And then what else can we mention before we wrap things up with the beef tip after another commercial break?
Our album releases digitally on all platforms August 6th.
Nice. Okay.
8-6.
Yeah. That's the next week, which I'll be out of town. That's why we have you in this week. Rock 102.1 KF, man. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Hanging out here with Nate and Johnny Arson from Hidden Hand, who are releasing an album, who have a full-blown digital album release happening on August 6th. That's next Wednesday on all platforms. So wherever you stream music, you'll be able to check out this project. And again, you should put on like a classic horror film in the background while listening to it, and just put the movie on mute. You know, do that whole Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon, Wizard of Oz thing, and see if it lines up. You know, and that's something you guys should experiment with as well.
Oh,
yeah,
Like a call to action for people.
yeah,
That'd be cool.
yeah, absolutely. Cool. The third roar, then you press play or whatever the case. Yeah, right. With that said, too, I mean, you have your first music video off of this album dropping today at 2:00.
At 2:00.
Yeah, and that's YouTube and everything. Now, where can people follow you on social media so that way they can get the reminders? And then you doing like a virtual watch party as well, like a live stream watch party or anything?
No, we're just releasing it to the public.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
sir.
we did this one a little bit different than we'd normally do press releasing, but I feel like we have enough people that really pay attention to us to really just kind of help push it
right
on its own accord without having to really go through the extremities of just marketing.
Right.
Plus, this is a good touch.
Yeah. Well, you know what? And then what about social media? Who's running your social media game? I'll pull up your Instagram while I'm talking about it.
I do.
Okay.
This dude named Johnny Arson.
Yeah.
I run the Mythic Underground pages. I run the Hidden Hand pages. I run my page. He runs his own page.
Nathan Villains.
But other than that, yeah, we have like, you can find us on the Mythic Underground Music. You can find Hidden Hand's Instagram at hidden_hand_cult. You can find us under Hidden Hand 520, Hidden Hand Cult. Nathan Villains, N Villains, VILLINS.
Z on Instagram. NVILLINZ.
It's Z's for the streets.
Yeah.
All right, good. Yeah, we got to,
And then Johnny Arson Official, wherever.
All right, here's what we got to do. We're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. We'll be back with a beef tip after these words. On the podcast broadcast, it's time for unsolicited advice with Uncle Beef. I'm going to be going through your Instagram page and give you unsolicited advice. Are you ready for this?
Oh,
YouTube.com/beefvegan.
Oh man, which page?
All right.
Which page is gonna bring up?
One at a time, son. One at a time. Let's start off with Hidden Hand. I'll give you a quick follow there. So there you go. Now you got 223. So here's what we got to do on the thing you just released. Let's watch some of this stuff. This is pretty cool here.
Cause I'm not a clone, yeah. They don't like me cause I kill a microphone, yeah. They don't like my clothes or the content of my clothes, but they hoes cause they spread the love like COVID if it shows, yeah. So is it that you fake or is you just afraid? Bust the motherfuckers thinking flattery can duck a fade. Most of y'all are shook to catch a fist and bring a gun to save your face instead of taking any risk. It's like you up on stage. Go get it.
I like this. Now, what'd you do with this? It's just anime, right? That you chopped up and put some music on it?
Some quick clips from an anime called Tokyo Ghoul.
Nah, nice. Remedy Ray followed it, which I'm glad she did, and she's watching the stream as well because Remedy has been through this, and she is a prime example of Remedy Ray's page is such an anomaly, right? Now she's her growing, and she got almost 9,000 followers. Just like a couple.
She got massive.
When I had her in a couple weeks ago, it was like 2,500 followers. But every single one of her posts, you know, because she's a beautiful girl
every single day.
Yes,
every day.
and she gets 10 to 15,000 views on her reels every single post. Here's what she is doing is exactly what you should be doing. A lot of reimagination, visual content, same songs, and it could be like, again, this is still under the lobster and pasta argument, right? So she's pushing a single, in particular, one of my favorite songs off her EP. And that is the song that is in the clips that you're seeing almost every single time. Now, you've probably seen it 5 times, right? But every time she posts it, there's going to be 1,000 people that have never seen it or heard it before in their life. Yeah. That's the name of the game, man. And not worrying about, I don't want to annoy my followers. Because when you post, your followers aren't even seeing your shit, right? It's all about the reach. It's actually, going out to brand new eyes every single time, and only a small percentage, 5 to 3%. And I should say 3 to 5% of your followers actually see the content you're posting.
And that's the thing too, is like, we were given specific instructions when we finished the video. Let's post the video and then let's promote it with a reel every day from both of us, every single day on all of our things for the next 30 days to really blow up the video.
Yeah.
And time is so rough because he works.
I work 10 hours.
I'm
a
at
day.
home. I do a bunch of stuff.
I get
Plus
that
there's
too, but
multiple projects. It's so ridiculous.
that goes to unsolicited advice number 2. All right. KSS, keep it simple, stupid, right? Is like literally mouthing your lyrics to your verse in a video when you're like at work and say you're like doing some prep and you just have your boy, hey, real quick, here, film this. Blah, 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 while you're doing your work, and then sync it to the audio, post it later, done. You know, just continuing to post that kind of stuff and even showcasing a little peek of who you are behind the music is engaging content as well. You want to keep it simple. You want to keep it moving. And the less you post like this, I mean, you got, you great visuals behind this entire project, right? But it's not enough. And in this situation, this name in the game, and we're back on the air, Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Say every artist initially aspires to be signed by the next, by a record label, whatever the case, that next level. But the next level now is literally them saying, what are you doing at this level? And then once you get to that next level, keep doing what you were doing at the level before we signed you, because we're not going to put in any money or effort. It's on you to continue to crank it out. All that, content is the name of the game, and marketing, self-marketing, and just keep on doing it. So that was unsolicited advice with Uncle Beef. But I'm excited about your guys' projects and your upcoming shows. I'm excited to be hanging out with you for the Hip Hop Awards. Shout out DJ Jamar, who's going to be hosting that annual event. And you guys are nominated for Best Group. And you nominated for any solo stuff, Nate?
Not this year, no. I haven't really put too much out this year. I've been focusing on
Hidden Hand. Yeah, well, with this project like this, and again, it's a concept album, and it's a joint effort. It's a big effort to really go and be what's the word I'm looking for? Ambitious. It's very ambitious. It looks like you pulled it off from the tracks that we heard.
Oh yeah,
sounds fantastic. I love the way this record looks. I'm loving how it sounds, and honestly, it's coming out right in time for like Halloween season. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah. So you guys can check that out.
Haunted Hand.
Yeah, 2:00 today is when the music video drops for Hidden Hand. For what's the name?
Masquerade.
Okay, yeah. And how long does that track run?
About 3 minutes and some change.
2 minutes 30 seconds.
2 minutes and change.
3 minutes.
You shoot that anywhere here?
We
filmed it downtown.
Okay, nice. How many, you got any people that made little cameo appearances in there? Any shout outs you want to give before we wrap things up?
Yeah, my wife, April Huey, LV is in it, Mas Voss,
my wife, Rachel V,
Joey Stees, Daniel McGuire was in it, his daughter, Aaliyah, big part in it.
Nice.
And
it's a family affair.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Did you say Brutisha yet?
Oh, Brutisha. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry.
The main final girl in that video. He completely glossed over.
Main character actor. Brutisha, a good friend of mine, Leanna Martin. She's awesome.
I love
Killed it.
All right, well, I can't wait to check it out. 2:00 today. You gotta you subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the notification so they know exactly when it drops. What's the YouTube channel where it's gonna be dropping on?
It is Mythic Underground. YouTube.com/@Mythic Underground.
Nice.
Actually, it's going to be dropping on Hidden Hand.
So yeah, just disregard everything I just said.
You should do a dual drop.
YouTube.com/Hidden Hand.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out. Congratulations on this, and looking forward to all the stuff that you're going to put out in support of this record. And that leads into my beef tip, right? Like, the keep it simple, stupid is a motive that we live by each and every day. But the reality is this comes out today, but it will be brand new for people who've never heard it for the next year or two. So keep on pushing this record until you feel like everyone's heard it. And then once the next record comes out, keep pushing that one. All right. Yeah, we'll be hanging out again soon. But till then, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page, youtube.com/beefvegan. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish
and then we out. I like to get preachy at the end. I talk titties for 45 minutes. And then motivational speak.
I will knock out all your teeth.
If you want to see those cities for motivation.